Hey, good night, everybody. We are so glad that you are here today. My name is Katie Stevens, and I am the principal of BERNHEIM Middle School. Today with me, I have my good friend.
Hi, my name is Megan Tepe, and I am the instructional coach here at BERNHEIM. I taught sixth grade math here for close to 10 years and am in my second year as being the instructional coach. So, love BERNHEIM Middle School.
That's exactly right. We just want to share some things with you tonight just about staying connected in 2020 and some of the things that we've got going on here at BERNHEIM. We know you've already spent some time with your students' advisory teacher. And with that, we just want to talk a little bit about how important advisory is. Every single kid has a mentor this school year, and that is their advisory teacher. That happens first thing in the morning while they're here in person. They'll come directly to their 7:40 class, and that lasts for about 40 minutes. Our BCA kids also have an advisory teacher, and in there we talk about academics, college and career, social emotional learning, announcements, house competitions, and other important information. It's really important that our kiddos participate with advisory and that they know that every single kid at BERNHEIM Middle School has at least one, probably more than one, person that they can count on and connect with. Miss Amy Bush is our school counselor, and she is happy to help your student with all of their social emotional needs and anything else that they might need. Please let her know what she can do to help. She is amy.bush@bullet.kyschools.us. And one of the things that we believe right here at BERNHEIM Middle School is no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. We are all about every student every day. So, with that, we're going to talk a little bit more about staying connected, and I'm going to have Miss Tepe go over Infinite Campus with you a little bit, and she's going to tell me where she wants me to move the mouse and when to click. Thank you, Miss Tepe.
No problem. All right. So, yes, a big part of staying connected, our students staying connected to school, and you guys as parents staying connected with your students' learning is through Infinite Campus. If you have had a student at Bullitt County Public Schools at any point, you're probably familiar with Infinite Campus. We have a student portal as well as a parent portal. If you do not have access to parent portal, please let your student's advisory teacher know. We would be more than happy to get you the information that you need so that you can stay connected in this way. Okay, so I'm going to hit some high points of what kind of to look for when it comes to staying connected through Infinite Campus. So whether you are logging in as a parent or whether you guys as students are logging in, you're going to see basically the same thing. So you are going to look on the menu on the left, and you are going to click on the word grades. And this is how you will be able to access and see your student's current grade at any given time. So when you click on grades, then you will see on the right-hand side, you will be able to scroll up and down that screen. So for example, this student, you are able to see their grade in language arts. You're able to see their grade in mathematics. If you were to keep scrolling, you would see their current grade in all of their classes. So knowing where your student stands at any given point is important and a way to stay connected. If you were then to click on the name of the course, so if we were to click right here where it says language arts, then that is going to allow you to see a little bit more detail about that specific class. So then I would click on that grades tab, and you can toggle back and forth between the grading periods. Since we're still in quarter one, we're mainly concerned about quarter one. And then on that screen, you will see the different categories that teacher has set up for their grades, and then your students' grades, overall grades in each of those categories. If you were then to click on one of those little plus signs for the category, then you are able to see all of the details that fall into that specific category. So this is this student's, all of their different assignments that fall into that category. So knowing where you stand overall is important, but knowing these details are important as well, and being able to access these details. So for example, if the teacher has left a comment on that particular assignment, you'll be able to see that. If the teacher has flagged the assignment as incomplete or missing, you'll be able to see that as well. And just as an FYI, if a teacher flags an assignment as missing, that does factor in a 0 in for that assignment. So Almost all of our teachers are open to taking late work, taking missing assignments, reworking assignments. So we want all of our students to do everything that they can to be the best student that they can be. But seeing this detailed information is also important. If you happen to see an assignment and it's totally blank, it looks like nothing has been entered, that just means the teacher hasn't entered that grade yet. So maybe check back in a day or two to see that updated information. But again, we want all of our students to be able to advocate for themselves, be self-directed in their learning, and stay connected by knowing where they are with their grades in all of their classes. So Infinite Campus is a great way for our students to stay connected, and for you as the parent to stay connected as well.
That is fantastic. Thank you, Ms. Tepe, for explaining that. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, your advisory teacher is your go-to and your kids' go-to teacher, so you can ask them and they'd be happy to help you to explain that a little bit better. So just kind of covering ways to stay connected. Infinite Campus is huge. It's number one. Always go to Infinite Campus. Tons of information there. Google Classroom. And we've already talked about those Google summaries, so make sure you've clicked that you want that to be sent to you, but Google Classroom is a good way for you to kind of stay connected to what's going on as well. BMS News Bites, we send that out just about every week. Students of the Week are on there, Leaders of the Month, House competition, not to mention all of the news and updates and all of the great things that are going on. So BMS News Bites is certainly important to stay connected with. Teacher websites, school websites, social media, if you're a social media person, and then as always, just old school email and phone. And someday soon, we hope to have more in-person school events. But for right now, thank you for being here at this one. So speaking of school events, one that we usually have is our Title I Literacy Be a Bruin Night. And since COVID-19 in 2020, gosh, that's just how I feel about a lot of things this year. But anyhow, it kind of had to change the way that we did Be a Bruin Night, which was our Title I night. And so now tonight, this is our Title I night. And just so that you all know, we are a Title I school, and that is because we receive a grant based on the number of free and reduced lunch students that we have. And with that grant money, we use that for school-wide programs to help all of our students. We actually have an extra teacher so that we can support our students more directly in math and ELA. We also have several computer-based programs that those teachers monitor and just help to support and grow kiddos for both math and ELA. So that's how we use our Title I grant. It's important that you all know that, so that you know that we are supporting your student in just any way that we can. So thank you very much for coming tonight and for letting us explain that to you. I've got one more little slide that I just want to talk to y'all a little bit about. The tween years, they're the hardest years. I really think they are for students. Don't you think so, Ms. Tepe?
Absolutely.
They just are. And as a middle school teacher for 17 years myself, I taught science and I loved every second of it. I just always, I just thought that, all kids were like this. And then when you step back and you realize, even with my own children, that those adolescent years are just tough. And so all of our kids need help with some of these things listed here. I wouldn't say all of our kids need help with all this, because some of our kids are going to go outside all the time, but staying organized might be difficult for them. So just kind of look at these things right here: staying organized, following a schedule, social media, which when my kids were little, social media wasn't even the thing that it is now. So that's really important to keep up with. Encouraging kids to take time to be creative, and just getting outside and staying active. Middle school kids need some guidance with some of this stuff most of the time. So we really want to encourage you guys to jump on our news bites, check out the middle years, lots of information there. And if you need any help with anything, and if your middle school student is your oldest student, it's okay. It's normal. That's just what I want to say. It's okay. It's normal. And we love them, and we want to help you and them just kind of keep growing through this, and you'll look back on those years and you'll think, wow, we had a great experience in middle school, but it was tough. And one of the things that we do for students is we really embed the Bruin way into what we do. And just every single day on the announcements, we say, be respectful, be responsible, be safe, be here, and be bold in kindness, courage, and excellent work ethic. And some of these things, we just kind of have themes and we talk about it. And so this is a huge part of what we do. And we just want to share a little bit about that with you guys. So, again, if you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out to me. I am katie.stevens@bullet.kyschools.us. My phone number is there as well. Miss Teppy is megan.teppy@bullet.kyschools.us. She's all about curriculum and instruction. So any of those content questions that you might have, you can ask her as well. And we also have Miss Harrison, our esteemed assistant principal, who's not with us today, but she is certainly available to you, and Miss Bush as well, who is our counselor. Again, we have a fantastic faculty here at BERNHEIM Middle School. Could not work with a better crew anywhere. So thank you very much for joining us tonight and for joining them. We hope you have a great rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thank you.